Thank you for coming to this session. I'm just kidding.
Couples therapy.
I
know. I thought that's what we were doing today.
I know.
I was
sorry.
like trying to prepare. Like I was like, what did we fight about last?
I mean, we can turn it into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm open to whatever.
We're bringing your therapy sessions back. We're clients. We're booking you for the hour.
Perfect. I won't charge. Just feed me. Okay, cool. No, but it's good to chat with you guys. And thank you for spending. I know I'm taking up so much of your time, so thank you.
It's okay.
Hey, thank you for gifting us this time.
Aww.
I want to. Okay, so I'm like, I'm crowded.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't be this close to me.
I'm smushed, but I'm like, so I kind of want to put my arm back here, but then is that like try too hard? Like,
No.
Look at how happy we are.
I think it's just more
together.
comfortable.
Okay.
As
If
long
that's
as
how
you're
you're
comfortable.
just don't touch me.
Yes.
I just.
Let's start back at the beginning. I kind of already know this because we talked about it, but for those who don't know, how did you two lovely humans meet?
Maybe his version differs from mine.
I would love to hear. You never know.
Okay, mine is annoying. Is the microphone too far away from me, do you think?
No.
Well, you sat back.
Oh.
Well, I didn't sit back, but I feel like I'm talking towards you, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, I know. You have to like angle it so.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mine is annoying because you're gonna be like cringe, but
I love a cringe.
Okay,
When
why-
it's in romantic.
you're so close.
Well, yeah, because
We sit so far away from each other. Like when we're watching TV at night on the couch, we're at opposite ends, and it's only because of the
of
chewing.
his bed couch. Oh, we're sleep divorced. We could talk about that.
I would love to talk about that
Let's
because I
talk about how
actually.
we met.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
start at
we'll,
the nice
we'll get
stuff.
to where we're at now.
Oh, okay. Us sitting this close is weird, but I like it. We cuddle, but this is a lot. Okay, so I'm watching YouTube one night, and one of his like vlog clever videos popped up,
Lunchy break.
and I had this weird psychic moment where I saw him and I said, I'm gonna marry him. But it wasn't like a creepy like, ooh, I'm gonna find him. And no, it was like a weird moment where I had a weird gut instinct. I was like,
Like
that's
future
weird.
Shane came back to tell present Shane.
Yeah, it was weird.
Wow.
And then maybe like a month later, I was on Bumble and I saw him and I was like, oh my God.
So he completely forgot meeting me at work.
I did not meet you.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't.
You
You
literally-
walked in to grab a backpack and left, but it wasn't like a moment where I was like, hi, my name is Shane. Oh, my name's Ryland. Hello. And if it was, you were doing your straight voice and hey, hello, whatever. So it wasn't like a genuine moment.
Okay.
Anyway, so then I saw him and I swiped and then we matched, which means you saw me first.
Yes.
Oh,
So
because
wait,
when
why'd
you
you
by
say
the
it's to
time you
me?
swiped.
What? Oh, because I knew that we had people in common from my job.
Yeah.
And I thought you were cute. And yeah. And then we started talking, and he really did. At the time, I had a cubicle. I wasn't like a salary employee, so I had a cubicle, and he would just make me laugh so hard when we were like in the text stage of dating. And I was in a center cubicle, and the two girls on the other sides of me would just all day, what are you laughing? And then they became annoyed. We get it. You like him.
Yeah.
Aw.
And then I remember after we were in a relationship for maybe like 6 months, he turned to me and he goes, you're not as funny anymore.
What?
And I was like,
That doesn't
excuse me?
sound like
And you said, well, you just don't text me jokes anymore. And I'm like, well, we were dating. Like, that would be weird. We're living together. You
was
want
like-
me to just
But
text you
I
like,
would still go to work. I still was working 7 to 3, so I wanted to be entertained while
You
I was
wanted
at
more
work.
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think we laugh more now.
Well, we laughed. That was very specific to texting because he would work really hard to say
Oh, I was working.
He was wooing you.
I was working.
via
Because
text.
because of all of my issues, I was like, oh, you have to make them fall in love with you before they see you naked. So I was
Aw.
working 9 to 5. I was like,
Working, man.
joke. Oh, got it. I got the haha. Oh, it's working. It's
And
working.
then, yeah, by the time I was unofficially living with him, silence in the text messages.
Oh, he'd already wooed you.
Well, you already
You'd
saw what I
seen
got.
him naked.
You saw what I got. You didn't run. And I was like, oh.
What was your first date?
I picked him up and.
You're such a gentleman.
Thank you.
In his Prius.
Oh,
Which he made fun
very
of me
on
for.
trend for
Yeah.
LA.
He-
And I don't know why Priuses
I've
gave
never
me
liked
the
them.
ick. And so I was making fun of his Prius, but he greeted me with a gift. Very Shane still to this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I still have that cup in my office now.
Oh, cute.
It's a Hillary Duff mug, a picture of Hillary Duff, and it says, "Good morning, Ryland."
Oh, cute. Super sweet.
Don't sue
So
me,
you picked him
Hillary.
up.
Yeah, picked him up, got in the car, and I was like, oh, so, what are you in the mood for? Or I don't know, whatever. Like, still doing the straight voice. Whatever you want. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, what about, I said, well, Cheesecake Factory, because we had joked about it.
You
how much I
also love
it.
Cheesecake Factory.
Love it. So I was like,
They're
all right.
nachos.
I was like, let's see if he can handle me at the factory. Because if he can, then we're good. So I was like, okay, so there's one at the Grove. And I'm like, oh, I hate the Grove. And
I know I hate the Grove.
I was like, but that's the closest one. And he's like, let's just go to the Grove. I said, okay. So we go to the Grove.
I love this voice of Ryland.
We go to the Grove, Cheesecake Factory booked. This is a nightmare because I'm picky. And I'm just like, okay, the one place I go here is booked. I don't know other restaurants. What do we do? So then we went to another restaurant called Marmalade Cafe. No offense. Disgusting.
Oh. They have one in Malibu that I used to go for breakfast when I was in college.
The breakfast, yeah.
And that was really it.
Maybe that's good.
And also it's a different location, could have different people, different chefs, different everything. But continue.
Well, the food we had that night was unacceptable.
I will not be going back.
No, it was not good. But I did order a Diet Coke and fries with my salad. So I got a Caesar salad with fries. And he goes, you're going to
very
eat fries with your salad? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of fries? And in
Did I?
Yes. And in my head,
I commented on the Diet Coke.
and in my head, I was like, oh, it's over. It's a wrap.
I was very,
You're
at
judging
this
me.
time, I was very...
And about food stuff.
I was going to the gym twice a
When he
day.
saw me naked. 1 strike, 2 strike.
And I just was anti-soda.
Oh.
I still don't really drink. I take sips of his Diet Cokes when he's like, it's so... Like he
What
loves
about
them
like
for
Poppy or
McDonald's.
Olipop or one of those?
I haven't really dabbled in those yet. Morgan got me one, like an orange flavor, and I did like it.
And that's what Sean and I've dabbled in that because I don't really drink. I always called it Pop. I've been growing up.
Oh, yes, we
So
did
it's
too.
still
From
in, like,
I'm
Pop.
from Utah, and it was Pop.
So yeah, so.
I have to apologize for
okay,
something.
what?
When you said Poppy, I made a face. I went,
Oh.
I've never tried it. I'm just going,
The Poppy community was going crazy.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm just saying, I have tried all the alternatives. I've tried the Zevias.
He needs the aspartame.
I've tried
He wants
everything with
straight
the
up.
Z in it.
He's still addicted to sweeteners to this day, and it's been a problem of mine forever.
Can I just say, I had like a year-long period where I was off of them,
And he was so happy.
and I was happy. But I'm still happy.
You are.
So it's okay.
It's okay, but it's
killing me.
still...
But it's okay.
We think maybe, but we don't know.
think maybe. I don't know.
That is what I wish he would stop. He's cut down. He has.
He's always
It
loved
used
sodas.
to be, but it's even the sweeteners. And-
like in everything, like in your
Yeah.
coffee and in your.
yeah. How many go in your coffee?
How
in the
did this
morning?
turn into this?
We don't
I
need
was
to
telling you my
We
story.
can detour back
about
out.
how much I love you.
So we're
Okay,
at
so
Marmalade Cafe.
And it was terrible.
Terrible.
Food was unacceptable. He commented on your fries.
Beautiful
It's not
bathroom.
going to happen.
Yes. So then we leave there, and in my head, I'm like, well, I don't know if I don't think he's feeling this. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just have some fun with it. He seems like he needs to have fun. I felt like I was in a '90s movie, and I was like on a date with like, the very buttoned-up guy who like
You
doesn't
had that
have
Disney
fun.
look.
And I was like, we're gonna get him out of his shell. So I'm like, let's play a game. So I was like, okay, let's go to the 99-cent store and surprise each other with a gift. This sounds crazy, but it was an idea.
Something to do.
We
It's an idea. I always, on a first date, give extra points for new ideas.
Yeah.
See.
I was into it.
Well, the 99-cent store was closed. So I said, let's go to Target and up it to $3. We get to Target and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go this way. You go that way. And you wouldn't leave me. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do it in front of you. And then I found something and I'm like, don't look. And I was like, what are you going to get for me? And you were just like, oh, don't.
He's more fun than me.
He didn't wanna do it.
I'll be honest. He's more fun than me.
So it was a fun idea, but he didn't want to do it. And I was like, okay.
I think I did it.
You didn't. So then we get in the car and I'm like, hey, well, here's your gift. And then we're in the car and we're driving around. I love driving. So we're just driving and talking. And I'm driving and we end up over the hill. We end up now, we're kind of by my house. That was not a
Okay,
plan.
the
To
Grove
this
is
day-
mid-city.
Yes.
He drove me to the valley.
Oh.
And now we're in Sherman Oaks.
And where do you live? At this
going
time?
west in Hollywood.
Oh.
And then I said, where are we going? And he goes, well, my house is close by. I said, so you took me over to the valley just to go to your house?
No.
This is your long con?
No.
Long con.
I would admit it. To this day, that's not what I was doing.
He does, well.
Are you like a homing pigeon?
To this day,
couldn't help but go home.
He does sometimes just want
Drive.
to leave the house, but I always drive now. And so I say, where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, why can't we just get in the car? I'm like, I don't like just getting in the car. I want to know where we're going. Like, I'm down to go somewhere, but I don't just want to sit in the car with nowhere to go because then I don't know where.
But look where we
Understand.
landed. So we're driving and I was like, oh, la da da. And then you were like, where are we? And I was like, oh. And then I was like, okay, he's sick of driving, but we're pretty far and I don't really know where we are because we weren't even by my house. We were like I don't even
Near
know.
Like in
Encino.
Reseda. Oh, okay.
It was like, I was a little unfamiliar with where we were, but I knew we were kind of close. And I was like, well, I think we're pretty close to my house. So we could just go watch YouTube or something, because we were talking about YouTube. And then you were just like, okay. So then we go to my house and we just start watching YouTube. And we watched YouTube for a while and it was fun. I was introducing him to the whole world.
All
'cause
of them.
He didn't know any of it. And then, yeah, and then, you know, he made the first move. And then this is where it went wrong.
Have you ever picked a vacation spot based on where you don't need a phrase book? With Babbel, the language barrier doesn't have to hold you back. Babbel's conversation-based learning methods get you speaking a new language with confidence and fast. You'll be learning useful words and phrases that you'll actually use in real life. Whether you're planning a dream trip, moving abroad, or just want to try something new, Babbel makes it easy. They offer over a dozen languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and even Swedish. So I decided to start brushing up on my Spanish because I used to be fluent back in 2005 or 6, but I haven't used it much lately. And the app makes it super approachable, and I've especially loved the culture bites. They give you context beyond just vocabulary. Plus, the speech recognition and interactive dialogue have really helped with pronunciation, and it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes a day. I was actually just in an Uber the other day, and the woman who was driving me said that my pronunciation was perfect, and I've never been more proud. Babbel was developed by real language experts and backed by science. And studies even show that 15 hours on Babbel is like a full college semester. So here's the deal. I'm teaming up with Babbel to get you 55% off your subscription, but only for our listeners. Just go to babbel.com/Katie. That's BABBEL.com/Katie. Start your language journey today. Babbel, language for life.
You know, he made the first move. And then this is where it went wrong.
This is where it still goes wrong.
Yes. He makes the first move, right? Now, I don't know how graphic we can get on this, but
You can be as graphic as
wasn't
you want to be.
Okay. It was an over the underwear situation, right?
PG-ish.
Right.
That's fine.
Okay. So he makes that first move. I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay. So this is interesting. And then I had to pee.
Oh.
So now it's a first date. I have to pee. And I was like, I just gotta go pee real quick. And he was like, what? You can't hold it? And I'm like, unless you want me to pee on you. No, I'm not into that. So I was like, I really gotta
just
go
don't
pee.
have this issue. If I have to pee, I can like segment.
Yeah.
So I get up to go pee. I come back. He's buttoned up.
Oh,
It's
it's
over.
over.
The
And I was
moment had
like-
been
The
lost. It was a
moment-
first date.
The moment was
I was like, oh, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go now. He wasn't. So then, but I think that was a blessing in disguise because it was a nice slow, because then I find out later that he's a grinder addict and that he's a hookup queen and that his friends are calling him handjob queen. And I'm sitting here thinking, was I just another one on the list?
Okay,
I
we were
avoided
talking
that.
about careers. I never felt ready to enter a relationship when I was chasing my career because I was dedicating all my time to getting some. And I always thought, well, once I have something steady, that's when I'll open myself up to a relationship. In he walks. I finally settled down a couple of months later. In he walks.
What happened? I didn't know that he walked.
Well, into my life.
Oh, I thought you meant walked out. I'm like,
No,
wait.
he walked into my life. But before that, I was just hooking up.
Because you weren't looking for anything.
No, I wasn't looking for a relationship, but I still wanted to hook up with people. So in my early 20s, yeah.
Which is so funny because in the early parts of our relationship, he was really weird about me sleeping in the same bed as him.
What?
Yes, you were. You were like, I like my space. I was like, okay.
Well, I never like shared. I would hook up with people and go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't like a
now-
relationship.
I never had been in a. He is my first real relationship.
Oh, wow.
Scary.
Oh, not really.
That's scary.
I had a few.
You converted him.
I had a few people I dated long term, but I was never. It was always they were more interested in me than I was them, and I wasn't ready for something.
Yeah, you weren't really committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he gets mad when I don't sleep in the same bed as him. So bringing it back to that.
Well, I remember back in the day when we did a video together, it was you were
Oh.
mad because of his sleep schedule.
Yes. It's all revolved around. Now the sleep schedule's a
Wow.
blessing. It's like, I'm going to go to bed. You're going to have your time.
It is.
And then I have my morning.
Yeah.
And we really do, because we both work from home, we're with each other all the time.
Yep.
So it is nice for us. That is something I've come to love about us and our schedule, because I realized I was never going to change that. We were never going to be that couple. And it was more a fantasy of mine than a great reality of the couple that brushes their teeth together and then they get into bed together, and it's like,
And with the acoustics in his mouth.
then we wake up to
Are you funny? Do you have like a
Misophonia.
misophonia?
Yes. Nobody can brush their teeth
The
around
brushing?
him. Nobody can mouthwash.
It's not nobody. It's
No, it's
It's
nobody.
specific.
it's specific. The way that he mouthwashes is gnarly. He'll do
Thorough.
that.
Yeah,
He'll do
you
that
should.
for
I'm
like
killing the germs.
3 minutes.
You're welcome.
It's
And then
crazy.
do you gurgle?
I know, I don't.
No, but then he'll go right in with the toothbrush. Go, and it's electric.
Mine
Go,
is too.
go.
He's very clean. He never has bad
Yes,
breath.
yes, the dead.
I think that's a medical issue that we're working on, but yeah. Listen, we have our things.
So that was a hurdle. We overcame that hurdle, and then we got this. We turned Shane's office into a movie theater. We just got a projector.
I don't like the quotes. Yeah.
Well, because it's, I mean,
It's not a movie
calling
theater,
it a movie
but-
theater sounds really like official, where really it's just a projector,
Which is nice
in a
and
room. It's
fancy.
nice. It's
With
not a
the-
movie theater, but it's nice.
A theater room.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got this.
We're crushing
I
his
was proud
dreams
of it,
right
but
now.
okay.
No.
Worked hard on it.
We
The
exist.
projector is sitting on a box with tape on the ground. Like, don't move it. This is where it goes. Like,
And
it's-
if it does get moved, there's
Then you push it back to the.
to the tape
tape.
on the floor. And the projector covers the door to the bathroom, so you have to lift the projector to get into the bathroom. But it is our favorite
this
room
is sounding
in the
like
house.
Regal Cinemas to me, to be honest. I see no difference.
It's incredible quality. And
Yeah.
we've got a great sound system. It's perfect.
Also,
Okay.
you guys like movies.
We don't even really watch. I mean,
He
he
falls
watches
asleep during
movies.
movies.
Yes,
He
I
watches
forgot.
movies once I go to bed.
Yeah.
We
I
watch
forgot.
YouTube, Drag Race, and
And then you fall asleep.
yeah. So we got this big, ugly couch that is the size of a bed, and he got sick. When Shane gets sick, he's always slept on couches. He got
Oh,
sick one
interesting.
time. He was sleeping on the couch, and will never come back to the bed.
That's actually not true. What happened was, you
was
have a
it my
bad memory.
parents were in town?
Your family came to town, so
I gave them my
me
bedroom.
and him together slept on our movie theater couch, and it was amazing. We loved it. And then once his family left, he went back to the bedroom, and I was like, "Ooh." See, because I have this weird thing where I don't know what it is, but I have a hard time falling asleep, but also my heart races a lot, and I get like heart palpitations or something when I'm trying to fall asleep. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. So that happens, but then it doesn't happen in the theater room. So I'm like, oh, the energy in here is really good. I don't want to go back to the bedroom.
I was thinking it's like anxiety or something. We might
something.
guess. Maybe aspartame.
So I'm like, well, I want to keep sleeping well. So I'm not going to leave. You can come here though. You can come here. And then he was really mad at first, and now we love it.
I would still prefer to wake up in the middle of the night and have somebody next to me,
You
but
could text me.
I would rather. No, when
You
we
can
were-
scream.
When we were evacuated from the fire, you would not hear me.
I wouldn't. The theater is very well insulated.
No, when we were evacuated and sleeping in the same bed, I loved it. But I've learned to be okay with. I do like having my bedroom.
Yeah.
We have different schedules, so I get to have my bedroom in the morning.
And then you
I
sleep
get to,
well.
Yes. So there's perks, but I would still rather him be in my bed.
Well, and I have friends who are married and sleep divorced. They sleep in separate bedrooms. And they love it. And they talk about all the benefits. You don't get woken up by them or they're snoring or them moving or them coming in later or whatever.
That is the thing. He could not come in later. Always turned on the flashlight, always tripped on something. And I was like, I'd always scream at him. And he could never do that good enough either.
Yeah. Because it's tricky. I mean, Sean and I are that way too. We like stay up later. I usually go to bed first. You know, it's like, it's tricky. It's also like pitch black. And he's
Yeah.
like, he has the flashlight on his phone, like trying to find his way. And sometimes I'm like, hi, honey. Like, I see you. Just turn the light on. I'll just go under the covers. But I would like to sleep alone for the sleep, but I prefer to be with him.
Yes.
Because I actually don't sleep well when he's gone. I don't know if I'm like worried I'm going to get robbed or I don't
Yeah.
know. I just don't sleep as well.
I don't think I would sleep at this house if he was gone.
Yeah, it'd be creepy. You can come over. Sleep over.
I don't think it has to do with you.
No, it doesn't. It's
You've never slept well.
it's his
right?
environment.
Okay.
He loves that environment, and he falls asleep in that environment. And I don't think it's me.
No,
We're always together.
I know.
We're never not together, really.
Really,
So
I always think that takes a special relationship though, because Sean and I are the same. We work together and live together, and I like don't get sick of him.
it's crazy.
And actually would prefer, like, if people are like, "We want you to come to this thing," I'm like, "Well, I needed a +1."
yeah,
My buddy, we go everywhere.
yeah.
And I like it that way.
yeah,
He's honestly maybe one of the only people I've ever had that with. Like, we never are
Same.
like, I need a break or I need
Never.
my space. Like, never.
Yeah.
And
Same.
Even when we're fighting, so we'll get into a fight and it'll be dramatic and he'll be upset and I'll be upset. And then I'll go up to the movie theater. And then maybe like 10 minutes later, he comes up to the theater and he's mad. And he'll just sit down across the couch and fold his arms and just be watching YouTube with me. And I'm like, wow, you couldn't even be away from me. We're so mad at each other.
He misses you already.
I miss him too. And then I turn to him and I go, I love you. And then he'll go, I love you. I love you. I say, okay, can we not fight? I didn't want to fight. Okay.
Aw. You have to come back together.
Well, yeah, we're all we got. What are we going to do?
I know.
We got
Same.
babies and we got animals and like, we got more. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, what?
No, you're all you got.
we couldn't
Like,
survive without each other.
Oh,
gotta
no,
have each
no,
other.
no, no, no.
Oh my
That would
God.
be awful.
okay, so
Yes.
babies.
Okay.
How do we decide to have babies?
Do
Tell
you
me all
remember
about
the
it.
conversation? I think when we started dating, we both wanted kids. But I don't know if we both wanted them at the same time further into our relationship, but I don't remember the conversation.
I only remember you guys all of a sudden talking about it. Like it was going to happen or it was a thing, but I don't.
Right. We had been talking about it for a while, and then maybe in like 2021, we were like, oh, like let's do it. And then we were doing research and we kind of just right away jumped into it and like found a place and found egg donors, and like we just really pretty much right away, and every decision along the way we agreed on it without even saying it. And
Isn't
then
that
we'd be
nice?
like, it's
Makes
not
it easy.
Like the
Yeah.
donor, we
It's
both...
like it's meant to be.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And so what has it been like?
It's just the craziest, like best life altering. I don't even know. It kind of just changes everything because it's like, oh, what was my life before this? What actually matters? What doesn't matter? What?
He's a workaholic. I mean, he used to be... You still have tendencies, but you were a workaholic previously. I mean, you solved that prior to kids.
I'm like, which tendencies?
The workaholism.
Do you think I still have any of that? I'm so late on my video. We're going to
like,
Knott's Berry Farm. What are you talking about?
I guess no, not anymore. No.
I mean, yeah, if I'm in the zone, I can
Previously.
edit for 12 hours and not even look up. But like,
Yeah, I guess you haven't been like that in a long time.
No.
Not
Yeah, I was
since
like,
the kids have
we
been
already
around.
spent an hour him saying how he
I
wasn't.
know.
that way
I'm like,
anymore.
I'm working hard on that.
You know what? Thinking to the past since we've had kids, he has not.
No,
Wow.
it is such a crazy experience to be responsible for people, and everything they're experiencing is for everything for the first time. Everything, like down to, you go to the store and you bring in some item from the store and they've never seen it before, and it's the craziest thing in the whole world.
Like
it's
rain.
oh my
if
god,
They haven't experienced it, right?
everything. It's like, it's a craziest, like, it just makes you, I don't know, it makes you appreciate everything. It makes you excited about everything. Like, we're so excited about holidays like we were before, but now it's like, oh, we're experiencing life all over
Because
again.
you're seeing them see something for the first time.
Yeah, so it's like it's not just you. You
Yeah.
get to also watch them. So that's like a double. It's like a double holiday.
Yeah.
Every holiday.
Just that like instant trust that they have and love that they have for you, which like, I mean, luckily we love and trust and love them back, but it's this crazy, like, instant thing because we're all that they have. Like they depend on us for everything. It's like, thank God that we love them so much and that we're so connected as a family, all this. But it is like wow, like we are fully responsible. And although that does delve in a little bit, I've been getting better. It delves into a little bit of my paranoia with, like choking and, medical things. And like, if one of them has a rash, I get crazy about it. And I'm like, we need to go to the doctor. Like, cause I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God, we're responsible.
The chiller of the two.
He's a little chiller.
It is. I try not to think about it in such a big picture because then you can think, this is so overwhelming. I am responsible for everything.
Yeah.
But when you're just taking it day by day, it is very rewarding as it is exhausting and crazy and life-changing.
Yeah. Do you think it's changed your relationship?
We've had to communicate better.
Yeah. I mean, I think it changed. I was going to say it made us closer, but I guess it definitely, I will say the actual moment, like the birth and that experience was the craziest moment of our lives together and both on the same wavelength of the emotions and the feelings. And like, it was just the best day of our lives. And it was together and it was, because, we got married and other things like that, but this was different. And it was like, oh, that's something that we only experienced that one time with each other. Like, I don't know, like it felt very like special. And so I think that did bring us closer. And then, oh man, that first month, that was hard. That was hard.
Well, you had two also. Like, I mean, there's two of you and two of them, but it's not like
they almost outnumber
in a
the
way
two
they
adults
do.
Because they can't communicate. They both had different. I mean, one baby always. I mean, every baby has some sort of issue. Not even a forever issue, but either acid reflux or what, not taking to a formula or whatever. So then you're timesing it by 2, and it's just a little bit of chaos. But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was hard. It was hard because like I wasn't on a sleeping schedule at all. Although that
you never.
Me? Oh. And I also, because I get scared, every little noise, I'd be like, something's happening.
Oh.
Because babies make a lot of noises, but especially there's 2 of them. And they were doing this thing where they would like spit up and then choke on it. And now, which I guess is normal, but then
they weren't premature, but they were
so small,
right on the borderline of that.
Oh.
They were
How many pounds were they? Yeah. Like 6 or something?
One was 4'12" and one was 5'8".
Oh, they were little. Yeah.
So they were little. They I think just barely didn't have to go to the NICU.
Yeah.
But they were small, tiny little babies.
And when we were in the hospital,
those little diapers and
so tiny.
So tiny.
And when we were in the hospital, that first night was the craziest. I mean, I'm happy that it was such an experience. I'll never forget it. But like, so Jet was like cold and needed to warm up. And we were right on the line of like, if he gets too cold, it's NICU time. So we have to keep him warm. So then the nurse came in and we had not slept all night, right? We're both so tired, but we have on a shusher for them to keep them sleeping. So it's like, shh, shh. So we're trying to stay awake during the shusher. And then
like putting you to sleep.
Yeah. And then the nurse
we
comes
don't know
in.
what we're doing.
And the nurse is like, oh, you need to be holding Jet so that he warms up, like skin to skin. So then Ryland's holding Jet skin to skin. But then Ryland starts falling asleep. You can't sleep while you're holding a baby. So, because you could drop the baby. And then, so I'm standing at the bed, at the end of the bed going, stay awake. But in the background, it's shh, shh. And he's like falling. It was like a nightmare. It was crazy.
It's like the wildest
Torture.
marathon of,
Yeah, it was like 3 days of no sleep in the hospital just because everyone's coming in. You're still trying to figure it out. We were so scared of them spitting up while on their back and choking on
The
it.
amount of times I hit that panic button, because one of them would do that where they'd be like, bleh, and then they'd be like, And then I'd turn and try, whatever, and I'd hit the panic button. They're choking. And then the nurse would come in and be like, this is normal. And I'm like,
But who knows
okay, but
what's
you didn't hear
normal?
it. You didn't hear it. It was scary.
These are my babies. I don't want anything to hurt them. Yeah. Yeah. I can't even imagine. And having two, do we think we'll have more? Or we? I mean, it's early to ask this. I know.
think we will, but I don't know. It's hard because you're like, okay, we want a girl, but then we're
I
like,
wondered if you did. Because you got two boys.
Yeah.
well, we were going to do a boy and a girl.
Initially.
And then while we were on the phone doing the final decisions, I just like, my gut and everything said 2 boys. And then Ryland, I looked at him like, I don't know. And then you were like, okay. And we're like, yeah.
Yeah,
we
it's like-
both just felt like, yeah, that was not the plan. But yeah, thank God, because I think that's what was meant to be. But yeah, with a girl, it's like, I think once we know for sure that we know, I think then we'll start the process. But I also don't want to like take away from the time that we have with them, and it's such a special time, and like
I would love another baby. I'd love to have a girl, but I would probably want a 2-3 year age gap. Mm-hmm. And that's right when I feel like the boys are going to be at just like the peak of us getting to have so much fun. Like they're walking, they're talking, they're engaging, we're going places. And then you're back on, I feel like it's a little bit of house arrest with a newborn.
Yep, you
which
are.
I know a lot of moms are not. They go and do all the things, but where we found was success with the newborns was having routine and them being able to predict the day and having a bedtime and a routine. And so for the first little while, our days did go best if we kind of were on house arrest.
Yeah, if you stayed home.
And so it's like,
which
I
is
don't
very hard for me.
I can imagine.
I was
Terribly painful.
itching to get out.
And yeah, I mean, because it is a lot of work to get. I mean, it's just so many people struggle with fertility no matter what, but because we have to be so intentional about having a kid, we do want to think about, well, what's the best quality for all the kids? Do we have enough time to go to 3 kids everything, or be present for all 3 kids emotionally, physically, so it's a lot to think about because they're people.
Yeah, no, of course. And I think like a lot of people don't think about that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I always joked with Sean, I was like, I feel like there should be a test people have to take in order to have children. Because my friends like you, one of my best friends, Rocio, and her wife, they had to be intentional about when they were going to have kids and like when they were going to try. And I just feel like they're just so much happier with their decision.
Because it was so thought out and
the
so
kids
prepared for.
Yes, and the kids are well taken care of. And I'm not saying people can't take care of their kids. I'm just
course,
saying like
yeah.
that it's like, okay, we planned, we decided, we saved, we did this, we already talked about parenting, we already did this, we figured this out, and then we executed. Where, unfortunately, like if Sean and if I pulled the goalie and be like, well, I could get pregnant,
Right.
It's a little more willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to, I know I'm like switching gears a little bit, but social media, babies, thoughts.
We go based on our gut. We don't have set rules. He's a little more no than me. We never want to exploit them in a way that they are the subject of the video in terms of thumbnail, or I don't want to be exploiting them to garner clicks.
Yeah.
I think as far as showing them, like sometimes if it's a genuine happy moment in my life, I'll post a picture of their face on Instagram. I'm not like hiding them, but I never want to use them as a subject to profit on or exploit. And that's just how we feel. He's even a little less than I am.
I'm so my thing with it, because I talked about it in therapy a lot before, I was like, I don't know, because my initial thing was no, nothing, like never show their faces, never say their names, never nothing.
And I said,
right?
if that's what you really want, I will also do that.
That was nice of you.
So that was like pretty much, then we started documenting the journey of the surrogacy and all of that.
It felt about us.
When it's like your family, it's your family
Sure, yeah.
video. It's like you get to share, like back in the day before social media, you would record on a camcorder.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to have those moments.
Well, and his vlog channel is my home videos. Like my channel, I keep personal life stuff kind of, it's more like whatever. His his vlogs, we literally look back at all the time. Like we will, one night we'll just be like, let's see when we moved to Colorado. Let's see this moment. Let's see when we got Riley. Like we'll go back.
And that's what I was telling her, is that channel really did become, we film when we want to instead of have to.
Mm-hmm.
So then the day after they were born, I was like, people started taking, sounds so like, I don't mean it like that, but people started taking pictures of us at the hospital. And yeah, of like when we were with the babies going to certain sections, and then we'd see somebody take a picture and see this. And then I started, getting texts about it. And it felt very like, okay, this is a weird, like we're hiding, but we're not hiding because like we're not lying. People know, but like this feels weird. And then, so the next day I was looking at this picture and it just made me feel so many things. And I was thinking about all the people that had been with me for 15 years, like knowing I wanted to be a dad. Like I've
cheering on this evolution of
and
life.
It was the best moment of my whole life. And it felt very weird to like, be like, okay, I'm going to give you everything from my life. And then this part, no, right? Like it just felt whatever. So then I started drafting this like Instagram caption with no intention of posting it. And then I showed Rylan and I was like, I think I want to post this. And then that's that. Like, I think I'm done after that. But I just want to like the people who have been with us, who've been with me, who have been on the journey, like, I don't know.
Cheering us on. I mean,
Yeah.
through the whole process.
And through all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Ups and downs of everything, right?
And my gut just told me to do it. Like something said, do it. So I did. And I didn't look. I was like, okay, that's that. So I don't know. I'm sure people were mean. I don't know. But like, to me, my gut told me to do it. And then we kind of been following that ever since. Like with his vlogs, he'll film his life and stuff and our life. And then we'll watch it together. And we both will know. I'll be like, can you take out that moment of Jet, trying pie for the first time? Like
It feels too personal.
It feels too personal. It's his first time trying pie. That's something for us. Like, but you can see Max's little leg in this part. He's like playing with it. Like that's cute. And it's also this weird thing where it's like when they grow up, right? There's the fear of either they're going to be mad, like you showed me, you exploited me, right? Or the other fear of why did you hide me? Why were you trying to pretend I don't exist?
Yeah, because then it almost feels like, were you embarrassed?
They can go back through our home videos, but we're not
in
part
them.
Of them.
So I love what he's doing. I'm so proud of him for how he's doing it because I'm just not good at like documenting my life like that. Like, and I love how he does it because I can't wait to look back at it with them and see little moments, but it doesn't feel like there's a camera in their face. Like we never put the camera in their face, not to judge people that do, but it's a lot of like kind of from far away, little moments.
Recently we documented their birthday, but it was more Shane and I planning out the theme of their party, shopping for their party, and then there's like a little montage where there's some footage from like grandparents taking videos from across the room or like putting a hand in the cake, but it's like 10 seconds and it's not, it doesn't feel like too exploitative.
No, it's just a moment.
Yeah.
And you're like, this was all because of them, and there they are, and they enjoyed it.
Yes.
And it is hard though. I will say, like, the amount of cute pictures, like I would say we have like 100,000 because we just all day and just the cutest pictures. But something in my gut is like, don't post it.
Yeah, we don't just post them on our story all day.
Yeah, like because they'd be all day every day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't even imagine. We have one dog. I take a gazillion photos.
Yeah.
So like to have two babies, like I'm like,
and everything's new. They're crawling, they're walking, they're climbing,
they're zooming around,
laughing, talking, clapping, waving,
little grins. Yeah, so cute. Yeah, I wondered because it is a tricky thing to navigate, especially if you vlog.
Yeah. We just go with our gut.
Yeah.
And I let him do his, like, I never want to be controlling or be like, you can't, like, he'll show me a picture, like on Christmas, we took a cute picture with him and the boys and he was just like, would you be mad if I posted this? Right. And I was just like, do whatever you feel like. I'm not, another part of it too is like my page is more, what's the word? Like there's a lot more hate. There's a lot more hate over in my village, I don't know, like over in my town, so it's like, I don't want them to be in a hate-filled page, and I feel like his page is his world. Like, and I don't know, maybe there is hate there too, but like,
I don't read Instagram comments.
right. But like mine, it feels more like I'm asking for, hey, here's a picture of my kids. Like, leave all the hate you want. Like, I don't want to do that. So I keep them away from my pages. But yeah, his home movies, like his vlogs, what he feels comfortable with, I would never be like, you're not allowed to.
The center of our content isn't them though, and it won't be. It's us, our relationship, being dads, and you'll get quick glimpses.
Yeah. Is there any surprises about what being a dad meant, or like, is it weird to still think of yourself as a dad? Is that like,
No.
I can't think of myself before.
It's weird.
I don't remember.
like you forgot what
Yeah.
Ryland was? Yeah.
And when people ask like, oh, isn't everything so different now? Or, oh, don't you feel, and it's weird because I'm like, it kind of feels so normal. Like it felt pretty normal right away. Like it felt very like, oh yeah, this is my life. This is who I am now. This is what, like, it didn't feel like, oh my gosh, we have babies. Like,
Well,
I
we
thought,
both really
I feel
wanted
like that.
this too, and we had 3 years while it was happening to really process, prepare. As much as you can never prepare yourself for exactly what's going to happen. It's so unknown until you have one. But we did the most you could to adjust our life for them coming.
Sorry, I was just
I was
laughing.
like, what made you laugh?
I had a dream last night. So in my dreams, the boys are always different ages. Like they're either how they are now, or they'll be like 3, or they're always different ages in my dreams. But last night, so I had a dream where they were babies and we were playing. And then at the end of the dream, one of them walked in as a full-blown teenager. And in my dream, I was like, oh, and then my alarm went off and I woke up like, because I think I was like snoring.
Oh.
So I was like, oh. So then I like slowly came out of this dream and I was like, oh. It was like the scariest thing. I was like, wow, I'm so glad nobody saw that. But yeah, it is weird
Glad that you slept in the theater room.
Yes. It was very theatrical. But it is weird to like have dreams about our kids and like, because yeah, they don't talk yet. I mean, they little like,
Da-da. They say da-da.
but like they're going to have full-blown conversations where there's going to be 4 talkers in the house. Some louder than others. Like that's going to be crazy.
That is going to be crazy. It is exciting though to see them grow and change and learn new things, and they're so cute. It's just wonderful. So you're Californians, should we say? Or are we do we say Coloridian? Colorado?
Yeah, I don't know.
Coloradians? Radians?
I don't know.
Tell us in the comments.
I mean, during coronavirus, us moving to Colorado happened so organically because it was the pandemic. We went and we visited my parents. This like idyllic dream house popped on the market. What?
Was it pandemic? I don't think it was pandemic related. It was
you guys
2021.
moved around when we moved, and it was still fully locked down here.
Yeah, it was still like,
I guess we did
times
have masks
were
on.
weird.
Yes.
Times
And we
were
hadn't
weird.
neither of us had talked about
And
moving.
everyone was kind
then
of
we were moving.
reevaluating everything.
Well, we were just visiting your family, and then you found an open house, and I always want to move. So I was just like, where is it? So we went to go look at it, and the second we walked in, I was like, this is our house. This is our house. This is weird. This is our house. But we didn't fully process like, oh, we're going to fully move because we saw this house. So we're like, okay, so are we living there half the time? Or are we living there all the time? So we just didn't even think about it. We just were like, okay, let's just go there. So we moved there, and that house really is like,
Oh my gosh.
such a life.
The pond and the...
It's a rebirth of our entire life.
Our lives, my career in a way, your career in a way.
Yes,
like that's
the
where you
vlog
started
channel
blogging.
really took off there because we were happy about creating things again, because it was a big milestone in our life. So we wanted to pick up the camera because it was fun and exciting and new. So it revitalized and re-energized us about filming that experience. And then it got him excited about coming back to the internet because people were so excited to see us excited in something.
Well, and I think sometimes we need like a jarring, like, especially after like the cancellation, all the chaos.
Yeah.
Like it can feel like, okay, now reset. Almost like take it out, put it back, do it again.
For me, it was also like, I'm big on environment, and like for me, getting canceled in this house and all the horrible things that like this house just became like,
It represented.
yeah, and it felt like I couldn't be happy. Like, I couldn't escape
everything.
And going there, I was so happy. And then, you know, being in that house and being in that environment and being in that area, and like, I was just reborn in a way. I loved it so much. I never thought I was going to make another video again. Like, I really thought, and I was okay with it. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I left the internet. Like, people don't like me. I'm going to move on. Like, I'm going to just be an editor. Like, I really fully, and then I was on your podcast because you were like panicking about the podcasts, and, you know, you had to stock film them or whatever. And I was like, well, I'll just come.
Oh
be
yeah,
a
because you moved
guest.
away because Liz. Yeah.
Yes, and then I had to fly employees in, so I was stockpile. I mean, you get it. It's hard.
Yeah, very hard.
And then I think Lizzie was like, why don't you make a video again? I was like, I don't know, whatever. I was like, well, and after she asked that, I literally like prayed, and I was like, you know what? I need an idea. Like, let something happen. Like, maybe. And then one of Morgan's friends, and then Morgan brought up this crazy, like, bridge in Colorado that's haunted or whatever. And I was just like, I want to film that. Like, and I just, Chris was already in town filming your podcast. And I was like, I might never post it, but I got that thing. My stomach is telling me to film it. Let's just fucking film it. I wasn't planning on talking about being canceled. I wasn't planning on any of it. We just did it. And then I got so excited to edit it. And then I'm like, well, I'm not going to not post it. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And then I think it went over okay. You know, I tried to not read all the comments, but like, I was like, okay. And that kind of, then I was in a better place mentally, in a better environment. And then a couple years go by, and now I can be here. And this house was reborn too.
Well, yeah, while we were trying to figure out how to either sell this house, or we were going kind of half and half of the year. And then when we had we were having babies, they were due in December, and we just thought it would be nicer if we could be outside the whole winter, because in Colorado
Yes,
it really
you can't be.
you're snowed in, and I thought Shane was fine going either way. I thought it would be really nice to be able to go out in the stroller, go out on
Yes.
walks, get fresh air.
Otherwise, it's like a whole ordeal to bundle them up and to put them in their
they're
little
too hot,
cocoons.
too
and,
cold. There's two of them, and I just thought, let's just start here. And then we really did bring literally new life into this house, but we
Yeah.
also re-energized the whole space we redid a lot of it. We took out we decluttered everything and kind of redecorated, and this house has a whole new energy to it.
Yeah.
And so we had the babies here, and then we've just kind of been here ever since, because that's something I didn't really think of for some reason, is how hard it would be to just be like, oh yeah, we're going to go to Colorado now. It's like, oh, well, do I want to build a whole nother 2 nurseries in Colorado?
Seriously.
And rebuy all these products. And so now we've kind of just planted our feet and but I do love it here. I love the weather, and a lot of people will be like, he's forcing Shane to be here. Shane was so happy in Colorado. It's like,
I'm happy anywhere now.
we're happy. We're at a good place in our life.
Well, and I think with relationships, it's always like a little give and take too. Like, you're like, I could be there or I could be here, and Rylan wants to be here. So you're like, okay. You know, I feel like I didn't realize how out of water I would feel moving. I'm like,
never
it'll be
know.
no big deal. And then I was like, I don't fit here. Everybody's not like me at all.
And that is something I found in Colorado. Not that people weren't like me. It's a different lifestyle, because a lot of them do work 9-to-5 jobs or work Monday through Friday. And it's just a different, because the schedule's different, it's a very different lifestyle. So it's hard to, I mean, I can imagine, you know.
You have to meet people.
Yes.
Because our lives as creatives is
different.
so different. And like, I could call you and be like, hey, depending on nanny situation now, but back in the day, I technically could have been like, hey, do you want to get lunch? And it's like Wednesday. And you'd be like, yeah. I don't have a meeting till 3. Sure. Or I don't have to film this or edit this till that's just how we operate. And it's a very different, I feel like it's a different mindset as a person.
Yes.
To be us, or to be, and not like us or them, but like to be a corporate worker, or to be like, I'm going to do it on my own. Like you, like, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to do the YouTube thing.
Yeah. And your schedule is just so different too. And you just, everything.
I will say Colorado was interesting because going out in LA during that time period, I would get people being nice to me, but you know, it was a different energy. I mean, influencer type people treated me like the plague. So it's like, that was always kind of weird, but it was like a very different energy. And then in Colorado, it was like, I would go out and people were so nice and so like unaware of the cancel stuff. Like maybe they were aware, but they didn't care. Like it felt very like supportive, and I think it was a nice place to like
Well, the social
get my
media
footing back
Yeah,
again.
to like heal.
Because it felt more real. I think in LA, because everybody's trying to get something, or everybody's trying to get afraid of getting canceled or this or that, it was very like, I don't know who I can, you know. And in Colorado, it was just like, it felt
real people doing real life. And I know LA's real people too, but it makes the social media world feel real.
Well, it's also
Yes, because it's more like almost like LA. It doesn't have so much of a buffer. Or
Yes,
something like
they're
people are
all-
way more aware of media, way more aware of digital stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
And now that, you
It
know,
is different.
everybody's been canceled, I feel like in LA, it's more of a, like a community of
Yeah. We're
people
all
who
like,
have all been
we have a
canceled.
support group.
No, but the energy is definitely different here now, I feel like. And now I don't care at all. Like now, especially now with kids, like people are so like,
It's not real.
yeah, it definitely feels like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I was really in my head. I was very in my head. And maybe people weren't mean here, and I was just in my head about it. But yeah, anyways.
And so are you going to move back?
Yes. I have to. I feel I don't exist there. I don't mean that to be like dramatic, like I don't exist. But I feel like I don't, it doesn't work. I don't fit. It's like a puzzle piece from another puzzle that was thrown into the other box.
Right.
And then you come out and you're like, well, it could. And you like push on it. And you're like, oh, it still doesn't go.
Even just the day-to-day living for me is I prefer like there's healthy lunch spots, there's
Yes.
salads, there's casual hikes, there's
The variety of foods and activities.
my idea of a good time with a friend
He's like
exists
dying
here.
over there.
And in
Same.
Colorado, I'm not trying to be mean. It just
Well, it's why there's
It
different
was just
places
different.
to live.
And people in Colorado, they don't mind driving an hour to the mountains and going on a real hike and doing like they do the thing and they're active and they're outdoor. It's just not my type of,
It's not what you think of.
it's
as
not my
outdoors.
my idea of a good day.
Yeah, and I feel like agreed. I also miss being close.
Shane's like, you guys are so ridiculous.
Hey,
It's just two LA girls talking about LA.
I was telling her, no, like even with the fires and everything, I'm just like, I still love it.
I know. Same. Even like Krishan and I'll talk about this, and he'll be like, "Well, the roads, like, because one of the roads was really shitty," and I was like, "I don't care." I'm like, this place could be like covered. I mean, it's kind of covered in garbage a little bit, and I'm like, I actually
Yeah.
just don't even care. I don't even care. No, but I do miss. This is a weird thing I didn't think of. I do miss mountains
Oh,
because
it's
we're in
flat?
Texas of no mountains. So I didn't realize how much, and being close to the ocean, I've always been, I'm a West Coast girl, so I've always been close to the ocean.
Right.
And I'm like, and the Gulf of whatever we want to call it, who cares, is not the ocean. You know, it's different. So hopefully I'll be back soon. We can
Yeah.
hang out more and I can see the
Spend
babies.
Thanksgivings together.
Yes, I feel like
Oh.
that's our thing.
Yeah.
Every Thanksgiving, I always think of you guys, send texts. I'm like, thinking of you and your mom and it was just fun. We had such a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know we have babies to bathe and things to do. Thank you for chatting with me. Hope you'll come back on again.
I can't wait to see what you guys talked about without me. I'm nervous.
Well, you know my
Secrets,
origin
secrets.
story, so it's gonna be nothing new to you.
Oh,
It was just fun. It was fun, Rylan and Katie time.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't have any fights.
Oh no, we didn't plan.
We'll start one.
We talked about previous ones.
Yeah. My source of fight with him is just dishes.
Oh,
I've been doing them.
No, oh my gosh. Yeah, after I had a little mommy meltdown a week and a half ago where I was like, I feel like everyone's maid. I'm just the maid. I'm a maid.
a little
So then
overwhelmed.
I've been doing the dishes, right? And then the other night I do one, and then he yelled at me, and he's just like, he said, "Oh, I just know there's gonna be more dishes," and I said, "I'm literally doing them right now." And then you said, "Yeah, for how long?" or like something like that. I'm like, I can't do anything.
No, he's been doing really good the last week. He does so many things, But for some reason, I mean, with babies, dishes
Because
just
I don't
never end.
I
it's
don't like
constant.
a dishwasher. I don't know if anybody can relate to
But
this.
he uses 17 cups. So my problem isn't the dishes. My problem is that he doesn't just use.
Dishwashers are stupid.
Okay, listen.
Because you have to wash them to put them in.
You do.
What the hell is the
You
point?
do.
So,
No matter what kind of dishwasher.
no matter what. So I like
Even
to
in the
wash
Battle
them
Royale,
and let
fine.
them air dry
This is
on the
what Shane
rack.
does. He gets a Stanley for his coffee. Then when he's done with his coffee, that cup goes in the thing. Then he gets one for his water. He's done with the water. It goes in the thing. I use my water bottle all day for
Same.
everything.
I think we have the same husband.
And
Because
so
you drink water. I drink
I
coffee
go
and sodas.
I'll have
and-
done the dishes and I go downstairs and there's 4 like cups that can't go in the dishwasher in the sink.
oh, they don't even. They're not
no, his
dishwasher
don't
safe.
No. And
Not
so
with the
then I have
bling.
to hand wash them and it makes me
You don't have to do anything.
well or then they sit there for a week.
No. But then, here's the thing. Here's what I do.
He postmates me dinner
Every
every
night.
Every
And
night.
guess what?
He said you do. He already gave you credit earlier. He said Shane always takes care of my food.
We do have rolls.
Did you tell her?
What?
The one night he was in charge of it, he fucked it up.
What do you mean?
You had it sent to somebody else's house. And then you
Oh,
and then,
well, I didn't.
and you were so mad and you were
We had been evacuated and then we got back from evacuation. It
Oh,
was
too
suddenly
many addresses. Yeah, that
and
happens.
I was like, huh, not that easy, huh? Not that easy, is it?
Whatever. I'm just cheap because and like the other night we needed milk for the babies, but it was
Milk.
raining and Shane was like, I don't want you to go drive in the rain just for milk. And he's like, well then just Postmate it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to add another $15 to the stupid milk to Postmate it. I'm going to go drive and get it. And he's like, then I'll just Postmate it. And I was like, good,
It's a
Postmate
game.
it.
He knew that. He knew I was
I'm cheap when it comes to Postmates
crazy.
I'm more like Shane on that department, just because it saves me extra effort.
Yes.
and the time.
Yes,
Honestly,
it's
what
the
could you do
time
with
and
the
effort.
time?
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot more. So I totally feel it. Okay, so you had a fight. Good. We've rounded it all up.
Perfect.
Thank you for coming. And it's good to see you.
You too.